Hi, everyone. My name is Rosalee Montoya, and today I'm going to read to you from Book One of Medea, a vampire story. Chapter 1, Northern New Mexico Mountains. Hunger. It was her first conscious thought. Hera, Medea, Hera, someone murmured. The murmur lingered, a cool whisper at her ear. A gentle touch grazed her cheek, then pressed harder, urgent. Medea fought to wake from a deep sleep as a tingling sensation swept through her. Energy pulsed through her scalp and skin, sharp and unrelenting, like lightning igniting every nerve. Her body convulsed. Every fiber burned with a searing ache as a ravenous hunger gnawed at the depths of her being. Then icy fingers traced the curve of her lips, parting them gently. A salty liquid, tasting the pennies, trickled into her mouth. She swallowed it eagerly, then greedily. Her mouth closed over the source, and she drank on, unable to stop. Pleasure consumed her, sharp, exquisite. She drank again. Each drop fed a hunger that had always been there. Medea drifted, enveloped in bright light, weightless and free. As the pain dissolved, she tumbled back into the dark, quiet abyss of sleep, moaning for more. From far off, the deep rumble of a drum echoed, its resonant tone joined by the silvery notes of a flute and the delicate chimes of tiny bells. Their rhythms tangled and unraveled, weaving through the air in dissonant layers of booms and rings. Rustling sounds closed in, hurried and frantic. A sharp, ear-splitting clap jolted her awake, cracking like a whip just above her ear, wrenching her back to reality. Hera, wake up! A deep, throaty voice commanded. Medea's eyes snapped open. A snow-colored moon pierced the haze of ashen clouds drifting lazily across its face. Bright fingers of light stretched through the tree limbs above her, branching out like arteries against the night. As her gaze lifted, she drew in the cool, moist air, heavy with the scent of decaying leaves and damp earth. Beneath it drifted the faint, oddly misplaced scent of lavender. Medea struggled to sit up, her muscles straining against the cold, clammy blanket of compacted earth that covered her from chin to toe. She wriggled her fingers like worms struggling to escape their earthen prison. Loosening just enough soil to free her hand, then an arm, she clawed her way out of a narrow, hollowed pit. When she finally sat upright, debris slid from her body in a cascade of dry leaves, pine needles, and damp earth. Her hands trembled as she brushed grit from her face and picked lavender sprigs from her hair. Scattered across the ground were tiny fragments of glass, glittering like misshapen gemstones in the moonlight. There was something important about those broken shards of glass, but she couldn't remember what. Her mind couldn't grasp their meaning. A wave of sour bile surged up her throat. Clenching her teeth, she tried to choke it back, but doubled over as a dark, vinegary-smelling mass spewed from her mouth and splattered the ground. She wiped her lips with the long sleeve of a nightgown embroidered with scalloped blue edges. It was the last thing she remembered putting on. Before what? Medea's eyelids fluttered as a rapid-fire sequence of images flashed through her mind, like scenes from a fractured movie. She saw herself at her cluttered desk, bathed in the eerie bluish glow of a computer screen. Nearby, a dog growled, low and menacing, sending a chill racing through her. The growl rose into frantic barking, punctuated by a crash of breaking glass, and then a heavy thud outside her office. A flurry of movement, a shadow at the edge of her vision. Then, just as quickly, the images slipped away, like a dream when one wakes. Medea reached for them, desperate to hold on, but the moment dissolved before she could seize it. Thank you for listening to Chapter 1 of my book, Medea, a Vampire Story. I've enjoyed reading this portion of my book to you, and it is available on the links provided below. I hope to see you at the next reading that we will be uploading soon. Thank you, and have a great day. Can't help it. She came from the eating banana leaves and being in the jungle for the last 10 years, so it's going to take me a little while. Okay.